Greetings from the void. My name is Nullamore, and this is Journey Through Miro, and I am here with 2/3 of the boys. Say hello, boys.
Hello, 2/3 of the boys.
Hello.
We are waiting on the other one. He said he would be late, so these two can introduce themselves in the meantime.
Hello, I'm Yip Yap No Tail, played by Steven the Stole, or Dot Steven the Stole on TikTok. Apologist, writer, author of this book right here, A House on the Sand, The Folly of King James Onlyism. Coming out on the 30th of March. $13, 35 pages.
Nice. So the question is, who's going to call it a pamphlet because it's only like 30-something pages?
Relevant.
I'm kidding. Hello there. I am Balgroth the Dark, played by the Black Doctor. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. But you can also go to all of my links where I have all the stuff that I do, including my Patreon, where I post some pretty good stuff on there. Also, if you want to help fund my way to go to London for 2 weeks for my mandatory missionary trip, please check out my GoFundMe, which is also found on my link tree.
Didn't know you were going to London.
Oh, yeah.
How long is it?
It's about 2 weeks.
Oh,
We leave in May. We leave at the end of May, come back in the middle of June. And then go to Tallahassee for 10 weeks.
Nice.
Because I have a job.
Jobs.
It gives me money.
So, what do you guys remember from last session?
Let's see. Oh yeah, we found out we discovered some warning posters with some pretty cool stuff, but we didn't necessarily go to those. We were actually on the way to probably go to one of those. We were distracted by the princes. I think it's the youngest one. Sort of ran out of the castle and ran over to the docks because when he's emotionally upset, he likes to fish. I guess he's sort of like Aquaman. When he's stressed, he wants to go to where the water is.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah. The son of Poseidon. And what is it? We went over to check out where he's going. And apparently there is a secret island just off the coast that he goes to often. And it might give us some clues about what happened to the king. Or the would have been king before he sort of tried to assassinate his own father. Also, I almost drowned because I was dragged off of the docks.
By magic.
Thanks to Isaiah, again. I don't know what it is with that man, but he always ends up putting me in mortal danger.
It's just like, it's magnetism. I don't know.
Yep. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah.
We got a weird riddle.
Weird riddle.
Yes.
So you both get inspiration for that, but I will give either of you another inspiration if you can read to me the letter in an entertaining way.
Is this a competition, or is this a whoever comes up with it first?
Whoever does it first, I guess.
No, it's whoever entertained me the most.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I'd like to.
All right. I most certainly like to.
Say I, you know of why you but are founded here, where their canyons of a sounded lot, so to here explain, throw it far, will no be seen easier, that if say you You sing ring that is hell bell forward, the second to only your hidden ear.
Very well done. I'm going to see if I can try to top that. Let's see. I found a knife. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Say I, you know the well why of you but are founded here, where there can is of a sounded lot to hear explain. Though it far will no be seen easier, that if say you say ring, that this hell bell forward, next second to only your hidden ear.
Gosh, Goofy, what the heck does that mean?
I
Yuck
gotta
as I
say,
know.
Jeremiah got that. That was funny.
Yes. I shall put that in my notes here. Two
All right.
inspiration.
So we pick up with the three of you. Isaiah is standing there in default mode. On your way up to your rooms, examining this letter that dear old Jester has given you. Oh, hey, he's not in default mode anymore.
Here's a question: do the inspiration do we accumulate inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm late,
So,
everybody. It's been quite the year.
I get that.
You're telling me.
So yeah, the three of you are heading up to the hotel rooms with this letter that the Jester has given you, trying to think about what you're going to do tonight and also decipher this letter, try and figure out what it means.
Yes.
Balgroth sort of looks at the letter backwards and forwards, trying to make sense of what in the world it is. And I sort of toss it to Isaiah. See if you can read this in common, because it doesn't look like it to me.
Was it
Yes.
Sam?
I'll have to look at it, maybe get a good night's. I forget what time is it?
It's like late afternoon.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't think it's thieves' cant. It doesn't look like thieves' cant. It looks like common, but
Oh,
it's like low carb bread. It looks like bread, but it has no other qualifying properties of bread. It looks like common, but it has no qualifying properties of common. The only thing it does is make me upset.
maybe it's undercommon.
Let's see.
Why does that statement make me violently angry?
I don't know. That tends to happen whenever I open my mouth.
Oh.
Good point.
Well, let me see. So, well, while I try to figure this out, do we want to also make preparations to go to the island, or do we split ourselves?
That sounds painful.
Mm. I don't. Well, I don't know. Here, I think, and he sort of takes the letter. I'm going to see what I can do with this.
What are you going to do with it?
Try to see if I can figure it out.
All right. Let's hear it.
So, something that I didn't notice when I sent you guys that Discord message with the letter on it,
Mm-hmm.
I had it on two separate parts of my file, and I forgot to send the, like, what's written on the folded part of the paper, because that is also
Okay.
So you're about to say I gave you the wrong edition.
I actually gave y'all the wrong riddle. Hold on.
Oh, okay, yes.
Oh no!
Balgroth just slowly unfolds a part that was just perfectly pressed
No,
down.
it's like I sort of shake it, and then a small little folded part comes out, and it sort of rearranges the entire.
Yeah, that.
Uh,
Okay, I was. Yeah, that makes sense.
Balgroth has discovered dyslexia.
Well, now with his new eyes.
Let me just throw this into Excel real quick, and then we'll be good
What
to
do your
go.
eldritch eyes see?
So we shouldn't focus on the first riddle, but the second one.
you can focus on both. However,
The
because
second one's a key.
so Dale, when we
Yo.
started the thing, they read back the letter to me for extra inspiration. I will give you an inspiration if you can read what I sent in a funny way.
When we say a funny way, like, do I have to do like a
You
janky
don't have to
voice?
do a voice or anything, just whatever you think would be amusing.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do the method.
Yip Yap's gonna look over the paper using his monocle.
Say I, you know the why, of you but are founded here, where their can is of a sounded lot, so here explain. Throw it far will be no scene easier. That if you sing ring that this hell bell forward next second only, your hidden ear.
That was really funny. That wasn't the part that I asked you to read.
What part?
The one I just sent.
Oh, that thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So
What's
much
more
noise.
odd than an even word? 153. They say great things to me.
Cool. Yip Yap, you said that you look over it with your monocle.
Yes.
The words, it's weird because one, you can read it and you know what it says now, but also the words are shimmering in a weird way that would have you assume it's going to change into a different language for you to read, but they're not moving. It looks like a mirage effect.
So I can read it?
You can read it, but the words are like vibrating a little bit.
Okay.
Looking at 153.
What?
I believe that I have cracked the code.
Do tell.
So Balgroth basically sort of he's literally just sits down, takes out, reaches into his armor and takes out another patch of parchment and just starts sort of looking back and forth between these two, writing things down. He does it for like 5 minutes because his intelligence isn't necessarily very high. I mean, his intelligence is literally 11, but it's better than his dexterity. But he once he thinks he's figured it out, he slams his hand on the ground. I think I found it. And so he sorts of he says, "Guys, listen to this. I think what the letter is, we have to pick every other word, and I think this might be what it says. I know why you're here. That jerk, I knew it. There is a lot to explain. It will be easier if you ring this bell next to your ear."
He didn't give us the
Well,
bell, did he?
What?
He didn't give us the bell, though, did he?
I think I'm going to. I think we're going to have to chase this guy down because I want that bell. Now I'm interested. I want this bell.
so the pattern of 153 was just to make the rhyme. I thought it meant like you had to go here and then back here.
I'm proud of that riddle.
It is a
Good.
really good riddle.
Thou art smart.
I'm just glad I'm the one who figured it out.
All right.
So what do we do now? I mean, it's nightfall. Do we want to go?
It's not.
Do we want to?
It's late
Almost nightfall.
afternoon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's nowhere near like you guys have like a handful of hours until the curfew sets in.
Nice. After the clown.
Okay.
All right.
It's like Balgroth just immediately races out of the room.
Do you know where to find him?
I just, I guess the castle.
All right. So you all three go to the castle in search of the mysterious and annoying jester that you guys still don't know what the deal is really. And the guard at the front of the castle, it's a different guy than the one you've seen previously. And he kind of like lifts up his helmet and stands at attention as you three approach. Um, hi. Are you are you here to see the prince?
Oh, no. We're not here to see the prince. We've already bothered him enough. We're actually looking for the court jester. Have you seen him?
Oh, that silly guy. I saw him walk by. Yeah, he doesn't come in through the front doors. Is like a rule that most of the um, service people they go in through like a side door down the alley on the side.
Hmm. All right. Well, thanks.
Of course.
And he sort of goes around down the back alley looking for him.
Following him, I go, so I don't have to go invisible to sneak in?
I suppose not.
No,
Oh,
not at all.
It's not nighttime, so you wouldn't be able to be invisible anyway.
I thought you said it was.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's not
late
yet.
afternoon. What do you think late afternoon means?
Well, we have been in winter for I don't know how long, so 5 o'clock is nightfall.
Pedantically.
It's not winter
I
in the game.
Yeah, I
mean,
know it's just our mental
Ugh.
stability. All of us are almost considered mentally ill.
e-
Do not
evening,
consider us as sane.
evening does come afternoon.
So,
Yes.
um, so you guys are going down the alleyway to look for this service entry door. Can you all roll an investigation for me, please, as I pull up the map now?
Investi spaghetti.
Let's do a barrel roll.
Yo, I can't see nothing.
It's too dark in here.
You
My
have
cupboard
dark vision.
eyes.
It's too dark in here. You have dark vision.
It's too magically dark in here.
It's magically dark.
It's diddly dark.
All right, there we go. You said investigation?
Yep.
Yes.
Boom.
So, Yip Yap and Isaiah, you two notice a door seems to have been carved into the rock face that makes up the side of the alleyway. You can tell it is door shaped, and there's light coming from the small cracks in it. But you can't find a handle anywhere.
Aha, a door. Oh no, no handle.
So,
Whatever.
there's probably a handle on the other side.
I don't know. Maybe we should knock.
Nap?
I suppose.
Knock.
A knock.
Who said that?
And-
Ah!
Yip Yap.
Not
Okay, so
it
you-
yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's stone, so it doesn't exactly make that sound. But
Thunk, thunk,
So-
thunk.
are you looking for a rock now?
No, that's not right. I have a rock, but it's too small to knock on.
Okay. At first you don't hear anything. It doesn't like I don't know, it doesn't sound like you've alerted anyone. for a few minutes until there's a click near the bottom left of the door, and that stone kind of pushes out as a hand that does not look human kind of uncurls its like fingers out into the alleyway.
Oh,
Hmm.
uh,
Come on, Yip Yap, say hi.
I just did. I said hi.
It twitches.
Don't kill me. I'm too young to die.
I poke Yip Yap in the back, pushing him towards it. Tell him what we're here for, Yip Yap.
We've come to see the jester, the fanciful jester of here.
A voice kind of slithers out from the opening under the door. Password.
The password is password. Gary had a little flan, but no fork. No.
You hear some like whispering on the other side, and then there's the voice again. What are you here for?
We want to talk to the jester. You know, jester.
Why?
Balgroth, why do we want to talk to the jester
I
again?
love the image of Yip Yap talking to a hand and Isaiah and Volgroth just doing
I'm
nothing.
just standing there, just watching. um, uh, um, because we were
Oh,
talking
no.
to him, we were talking with him earlier, and we didn't finish our conversation.
Right, yeah, we have a conversation to finish and wrap up. Yeah.
There's some more whispering.
So we need a password. There is no message in the odd values of the letter. I can.
What was I gonna say? You hear
You
some
talk to
whispering.
us. We have a letter from him if you want that as proof.
You hear some more whispering, and the voice says, "Payment."
Oh, well, how much?
Tied for the most ridiculous price in all of Miro.
I'm making myself laugh too much. This isn't even that funny, but it's really funny to me.
You just hear a giggling throughout the entire universe. What happened? The narrator is giggling. What's the narrator?
You
What?
hear the
What?
voice. You hear the voice. A crisp high five.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no! I can't high five! No! Foiled by the gods!
There's no universe where I could say that calmly.
A crisp high five? Balgroth prepares an unarmed strike with branding smite.
Okay. You?
It's crisp, I tell you.
Do you really?
No,
one friend.
no. I'm literally going to. I mean, like, I think Balgroth's been a child enough to know what a high five is.
Oh yeah.
So
Ever since you want to high five the hand on the ground.
Do it.
Balgroth has been dead before. So he kneels, lifts up his hand, and gives the hardest high five.
The hand curls back under the rock as The one that flew out of the door does not come back. A new one just sort of appears in the hole of the door, and then the door opens up inside, and you see a halfling standing there.
Balgroth's shadow covers him. So, are you gonna let us in?
He can come in. If you want to talk to the jester, though, he's I gotta take you there because you won't be able to find it.
All right. Lead the way then.
Very well.
As
Just don't waste
the
our time.
as the halfling kind of leads you through these halls, the door shuts behind you, and you hear slight laughing coming from the door as you walk away. And the halfling seems to lead you through these kind of servants' tunnels, like underneath or in the walls of the castle.
They're in the walls.
They're in the wall.
And you see as you walk past this sort of window, but it's painted and tinted in a way that makes it kind of hard to see through. You can see the throne room as you walk past.
Mm.
And he takes you down a hall where kind of opens up into a small sitting area with like wooden chairs and stuff. And the jester is sitting there, just sort of ringing his bell back and forth. And he looks up when you guys walk in.
Hello.
Hi.
We got your letter.
It was very confusing.
Twisting words lead to twisting thoughts, lead to twisting realms.
Can I Hezbel?
He stops ringing it and holds it out to you, handle first.
Balgroth grabs the handle, and
You want me to
You
try
guys
this
want-
first?
no, me. he sort of looks at Isaiah, knows that anything dealing with him is obviously going to end up in danger, and he decides to do it himself. He carefully leans the bell close to his ear
Boom.
and gives it a light ring.
It sounds like a tiny, tiny piano key being struck. And you kind of get vertigo for a second, like your ears pop with pressure. And the jester looks up to you and smiles. It is so annoying to talk around that bell.
Wait a minute.
And only Balgroth heard him. The Isaiah and Yip Yap heard nonsense words.
Wait a second. You're actually making sense.
And Balgroth is saying nonsense words now.
It's driving through the toads.
I don't speak jive.
That is not what that is. That is the guy from Smosh doing like Carol Lewis or whatever their name is.
It's from Alice in Wonderland. It's the Jabberwocky poem.
Okay, I gotta get back and focus. That
That
jive
is
comment.
designed by
That jive comment found me. Oh my goodness. So what Balgrov does is that he leans down and rings it within Yip Yap's ear, and then rings it within Isaiah's ear.
Yeah, you guys get the vertigo and your ears pop.
Oh.
Guys, he's actually making sense now.
I
Yeah, you're
always
making
make sense. Just not to most people.
An act like yours, you should be making gold.
Interesting.
Don't worry about him. What is it with this bell?
He kind of holds his hand out to take it back from you.
He carefully places it in his hand.
As his fingers like curl around the bell, you notice now that they look sharper than normal fingers would. The bell was a gift given to me when I was younger. A sort of punishment more than a gift.
Punishment? For what?
Are you three aware of the hunting that goes on at the shores of this kingdom?
Of the marine life?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's because the city is very good at keeping it under wraps. But there is a horrifying uptick of fish folk being pulled from the ocean and sold here, which has led to tensions between this kingdom and Viane.
Yeah, I would guess. Is it still going on now?
Yes? It's been multiple world cycles since it started.
And the king should know this. Shouldn't he be stopping this?
How would he? He can't talk, can't hear or see. All he can do is think. Who would listen to him?
Were
He's
you
the
involved in the hunt?
king.
Yeah. Everybody's acting like he needs to retire.
I rephrase. Who could listen to him?
His
someone who can hear thoughts.
You see,
Or
this
it's
is why
all
we
a
need
lie.
everyone walking around with the tech thoughts.
Are you saying that they're lying about hearing his thoughts?
Was that a question of me or him?
Him.
Him.
The princes aren't aware of how telepathically inclined the king actually is. If they did know, they would put a bit more effort into listening to him, I would think.
Hmm.
And
I
why were
can
you
hear
punished
him.
for this?
The punishment doesn't really have to do with that. It has to do with tensions between kingdoms. But I don't know where to start, actually. I honestly didn't think you three would even listen to my letter. No one really listens to a crazy person anymore.
Hmm.
I was crazy once.
They put me in a room,
A rubber room.
a rubber room with rats.
Rats? Rats make me crazy.
So,
Actually, we were in a tavern once with rats.
And rats make me crazy.
Yes.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
stop.
They put me in a tavern.
Crazy.
But well, one of the things that I've learned in royalty is that sometimes the jester is often the smartest one in the room.
He smiles at that. These kingdoms have been on the brink of war for as long as I can remember. And it's getting worse because I fear that, well, I feared that my kingdom was instigating where it shouldn't have been.
Mm.
So I came to help this kingdom. I wanted to mediate, but I got found out. And they gave me this bell so that no one would be able to understand what I said.
So are you from Vian?
I am. I am something of a fish folk. An Nilithan. Half Nilithan.
I see.
Well,
So, why did you
I.
come to us?
Hmm?
So, why did you come to us?
Because you seemed like people that were looking for something about the royal family, about
You-
infiltrators.
Indeed, we are. Do you know who might be?
I don't know who or what it could be, but some people are definitely acting different. And, and I feel like the eldest prince knows this.
Hmm.
I wish I could tell you. Because I wish it more of this continent, more of this world, I feel, should know what's going on between these two kingdoms. Because if they fight, it will not end well for the rest of the continent.
is do you think the oldest prince is to be trusted?
Jacoby is a tricky one. He is meticulous and he's very good at planning, strategizing. His brother Valen is irresponsible. I don't think children like that should run a kingdom, but with only the grandfather, one of them has to.
And Seth?
Seth's good. He's a good kid.
Hmm.
I want to ask again, because I don't want to accuse you boys of doing anything malicious towards species, but I know that you showed up in the kingdom around the same time some magically inclined nets showed up.
Oh, did I not test those for magic? Oh, ah, right up there with Land Wars in Asia. Classic blood.
Right up there with accidentally killing me.
Land wars in Asia, not India. Abroad.
uh, I that was us. We were led to believe that we were delivering not that, not nets to catch fish folk. And I clearly did not do the due diligence in seeing that they were magically inclined.
I mean, earlier, was it yesterday or today? I released a bunch of animals that were being mistreated and kept up.
The
Fix that.
Vesins. I know.
Yeah, the Visi boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that.
Oh,
That's a different situation.
oh.
I heard only 3 children were trampled.
Huh?
Huh? One of them may walk again.
I want to ask you guys to do something for me.
Name it.
If you do find out that one of the princes is doing this, instigating, or is working with interlopers. Please take that net away from him. From this family, whoever. I know it's here in the castle. I can feel it. It's unsettling.
Absolutely. Now, what are the magical properties of these nets?
They're just stronger. As far as I know about them, they were made into ropes with strings of some specific type of grass or vine that grows really strong. It's something that's not local
Hmm.
around here. And they're made for catching leviathans. Um,
Hmm.
Tyrants sometimes, but they are strong enough to hold on to fish folk.
If I see it misused, I will cleave it in twain myself.
That would be really impressive.
I probably
Me
shouldn't have been so eager to acquire gold to copy spells into my spell book.
told you I didn't like the told you I didn't like the dealer.
Yes,
Oh
that was
no, the
in
crime
retrospect, that
lord
was a
who.
terrible decision on my
Oh no,
part.
the crime lord who sent highway robbers onto us? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
very trustable.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
every dog.
I told you we should have killed him from the beginning.
That is all I ask of you three.
yeah.
And try and learn about what's happening. I know,
That,
and I want to tell you, but it's so much. It would take up so much of your time.
I mean, that's why we're here.
I know that the information is somewhere. I know that there is a bookstore in this kingdom that sells a biography of one of the soldiers, but I don't know where it is.
Hmm.
Wait, say that again?
I don't know where it is.
No, the biography part.
Hmm?
What you said something about biography of soldiers,
Yeah,
Of one of the soldiers.
which is where what is with that? I cut out for a second.
there's like a war is kind of beginning between these two kingdoms, and not much outside of the two kingdoms knows about it.
I see. Okay. Well,
We will definitely keep a eye out for it. Question.
Mm.
Once we leave, will everybody else still be able to understand us?
Oh no, you'll have to ring the bell again next to your ear, but then I'll go back to sounding insane.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's unfortunate.
this mofo butter lay me to the bone. Jack me up tight.
Well, if we solve this, will it break this curse on you?
My curse has nothing to do with this. Well, not with what I'm asking you to do. Yeah, I'm not worth it. I'm not worth your time. I've lived with this for a long time now. I can continue. And I can have very thoughtful conversations with people who can read my thoughts.
Why could I not read your thoughts?
You did.
Didn't I just picture? Wasn't it like an ocean? I have to go back and see.
Yeah, it was
Or was that he didn't think in pictures? Someone was like that. Jester, creepy smile. You hear a voice. A bell rung is saved. A bell thrown is grave.
yeah.
That's what you think normally.
Well, I was still kind of telling you what was going on. I did that on purpose. When I felt you do that. Uh I didn't know if I could really trust you three yet though.
What made you think you might?
Vezins, you've helped out a little bit. You fought uh, those monsters that came up from the ocean during the storm.
Some of them single-handedly, indeed.
I wanted to make sure I could trust you guys.
Well, we appreciate the trust. We will try to disavail those nets of whoever has them. Now, you don't know who the traitor would be within the ranks of the kingdom necessarily. Do you know anything about the attempted assassination of the king?
The king that's dead or the grandfather?
Grandfather. King that's dead? Didn't the father trying to kill the grandfather?
Hmm.
Is the father dead?
You're not sure if that's what he means.
I'm asking him.
Oh,
I'm role playing, dang it.
what'd you
Well, my
ask?
character voice is hell.
I'm in the zone.
My voice is my character's voice. I made it
Actually,
easier.
What did you ask?
Dead king. I meant the grandfather, but is the younger king who tried to slay him dead?
There's been a couple dead kings in the past couple of years.
Oh, here?
Yes, this is a long family line. You can't grow a kingdom in just 3 generations.
But like they've died recently, all of them?
A few. Recently
Well,
to me, I live a bit of a longer life than you.
well, no, I meant the most recent, to my knowledge, assassination attempt of the current king's son against him.
I really don't know much about that.
Hmm.
They keep those details away from staff.
I
Don't
see.
want to have a bad image of your boss, right?
Hmm.
Boss. Well, we will try to see what we can do. Jester?
Then Balgroth sort of asks for the bell back.
He gives it over. Where are you guys going after this conversation?
I'm gonna
I look
investigate
to
this.
Isaiah.
Hmm?
I was gonna say, should we tell him?
Sure.
Up.
Over.
Up.
Through.
We're going to meet with Seth.
That's good.
Hmm.
He can explain a little bit more about this.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Does he know you know?
Yes.
Very well.
So Isaiah sort of, Balgroth sort of puts all 3 of us near the same general area.
Yep.
And
Just
then-
gonna stand away from y'all.
All right. And then he rings the bell again.
Twas brilliant in the slimy toads did Gaia and Gimbal in the Wob.
Wave!
Oh
Yes,
my,
we can
in the
hang.
Border Grove. And the Mowbray Southgrave. But where
No,
the
I had-
Jabberwock, my son?
Don't do that. Don't read it like that. I had to memorize this poem. It hurts hearing it said like that.
Balgroth picks up Yip Yap and then rings it directly into his ear.
All right. Well, let's be off, home fellows. So I think we may want to wait for the curfew, or for at least it to be nighttime.
Before you guys get into planning that, let's take a 10-ish minute break.
All right. Beep boop.
that was productive.
Yeah.
Madman
So how do you
speaking.
think your book's gonna go?
Huh?
How do you think your book's gonna sell?
I don't know. I'm interested for the hate mail I'll get. I did put my email in the back.
Oh Lord.
Well, an alternate email.
Right.
That's good.
You know, there are actually people on uh oh my goodness. There are people on TikTok who are actually saying that they're Muhammad.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's like usually there's people who say, who claim to be Jesus and things like that, who claim to be the angel Jabril, but there's finally someone who claims to be Muhammad.
Hmm.
And Avery, he was on Avery's live, and then Avery, God, Logic was bringing multiple people up to debate him, and it was absolutely hilarious.
That's
That's
that is something.
It is definitely wild.
Yeah.
Boy, that's just crazy.
Boy, that's just crazy.
Apparently, he has his own plushie now.
What, Mighty Keith?
Yeah.
Well, then, he has become a marketable plushie. He knows he's made it. If you end up becoming a marketable plushie, you've hit the big leagues.
Hashtag life goals with a Z.
What do you want to be in life? Popular enough to have a marketable plushie.
Yes.
The same thing happened to oh my goodness, what is it, Lythero?
Oh.
If anybody ever listens to him or watches him.
I know the name, but I don't think I've seen him. Or at least wouldn't know it was him.
He does some pretty cool stuff.
I need a plush Nestle Alon 28th edition that just opens on John 1-1.
Yada yada. That would be like the most Mark of Mark things to produce and buy I've ever heard of. Do you guys
Mark
play
of
Smash
Mark?
at all?
What?
Do you guys play Smash at all?
I used
No, I
to.
try not to break things around me.
Ha.
Are you like a melee guy, Jerry? Brawl 4 Ultimate?
I like
OG?
Ultimate.
You
Well,
strike
I
me.
mean, of course I love Ultimate because now Sora's in the game.
Yes.
And like they just came out with the amiibo.
Yeah. And he has a little mouse on the keychain.
Yes. That is the only thing that actually references Disney.
Yeah. Well, that was a big deal. Like that was
It was a big deal. They had to change the entirety of the dive to the heart sequence, and like because they couldn't dare to have Donald and Goofy in there.
No. Definitely not. I mean, the world of IP is outrageous. I mean, yeah. Nintendo and Disney apparently like that came together because of like some offhand conversation that happened, and like they were able to make.
It's literally the elevator pitch story.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm still mad that like because someone leaked Subspace Emissary, we don't get a good single player mode ever again.
R.I.P.
Like imagine if World of Light had been good. That would have been sick. You have a Switch, don't you, Jeremiah?
You think I have money?
Does Mickey have a Switch? I thought one of you had a Switch.
I have a Switch.
No.
You have a Switch. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking. Just shut up. Get up. No. I'm done with you.
Yeah, I have a Switch.
I wish I had a Switch.
Been perfectly functional all my life.
I will take a Switch and beat you with it. How about that?
That sounds racially motivated.
It is.
Wait,
It's because I'm
I don't know
Irish,
what
isn't
I don't know what it is. The power of Black History Month kept me from hearing that. What did you say?
it?
Oh gosh.
Oh, not on Black History.
Listen, Balgroth's out there right now walking with all the swagger of a young orc teen, so just enjoy that.
I'm just
Oh,
let-
the
I'm just
exaggerated swagger of a half-orc teen, sir.
I can't believe that he said that. I think that's so funny.
That's so mad, bro.
Because like he's trying to be cool, and he went to like a liberal arts college in Vermont or something. Like he read about
Yeah.
black people and thought they were very oppressed but very cool.
Oh.
where's the Black Future Month?
Now, I'll tell you what expresses the exaggerated swagger of a black teen, or what what white people expect to be the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Miles Morales' new fit in Spider-Man 2. Why?
Have you
I don't
seen
know
the rich?
what the frick. Well, I don't know what the trend is.
Have you
But
seen the
why
rich black
is
guy
it
video
that
about that?
every single black character now has to have dreads and a fade?
Yeah. Well, have you seen the rich black guy video on that? Like, are you referring to that skit?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like fades and undercuts are very in style right now.
Yeah, I mean they're
Like,
awesome.
For all races, even
But
the
dreads though.
bad ones. So makes sense. Although I will say this, like all jokes aside, like the white kids right now, the thing is like that curly hair with the fade,
Yes.
the broccoli look. Like there are a lot of black kids like if they're allowed to grow dreads, they're doing fade with dreads, and if they don't, they're just doing like a high top fade.
Yeah.
And high top fades have been a thing for a while. So like I
I
don't know, I
love
feel
the
like
high top
maybe
fade.
a legit thing.
Like everybody knows that like one of my styles, like my style when I had a whole lot of hair, is a high top fade and then the top is curled. Right. It's not dreads, but it's curled. And it looks freaking awesome. But it's not the same as having dreads.
That's true.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Have you seen the RDC world about like how there's only ever one option for black characters?
Yes.
That was right.
RDC World is one of the funniest channels on YouTube.
I think they live kind of near me.
What?
Like I've not met, but I'm pretty sure they live in like the Baltimore suburbs area.
So what are you planning on doing? Walking up to them and saying, "What up, my ningen?"
Hey, I should be one of your videos. I'm pretty funny too, man. Say something funny right now. We can go to your place.
Funny right now. Your mama.
Oh, let me see if I can find. Oh, I just found this video. I'm gonna send it to you, but don't get me in trouble.
I won't let him get away with this. Oh no. Yeah, you're right.
When I saw that video, it's for Steven, for your benefit. It's how black people act when they like the food, or the food's really good.
Someone's doing the praise dance.
Yes, exactly. So I'm from like the Baltimore like suburb area, basically. When I went to college in Virginia, and there were legit kids from Northern Virginia that like I am convinced like never met a black person that like, or if they did, it was like the local custodian or something, because they would like come in saying the most ignorant stuff, but then they would hear about like the struggle, and they'd do this horrific 180 where like suddenly they were down with it all, and it was like the most painful parsing of African American I've ever heard in my life. Like it was super cringe. And like they got really big. A bunch of people got big into like Christianized CRT and stuff like that.
I hate it.
It was terrible, but it was kind of funny to see these like people who were like, my ears have heard, but now my eyes have seen, and I'm going to be as obnoxious about it as possible, and somehow like alienate everybody.
It's like I am going to treat you even more as a victim.
Guess what? You're a project now.
It went from I will destroy you to I can fix you.
Jeremiah, you can't afford a Switch? Is that because of the legacy of systemic oppression? What can I do to make people feel worse about this?
What?
Careless.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just there being a troll.
So
talking about-
mocking politics aside,
So-
let's get
literal
back to
segregation
killing
in the
trolls.
fellowship. It's terrible.
So
let's get back to killing trolls and romancing dragons. What?
Yes.
So you guys, just wait until around evening to meet up with Seth?
Yeah. All right. Trying to think the level of faith I have in either Balgroth or Yip Yap's intellectual prowess.
Okay.
All right. Let me do a quick. Allow me to do a quick calculation before I do something that we will all regret.
Literally pulls out the abacus.
Let's see.
You want to do a calculation?
A calculation.
You want to cull the cows? What?
All right. I have a wand of flying, and instead of me casting a spell at a high level, we are each going to expend a charge from this and fly to the island we're going to.
Fly like a bird.
So, Yip Yap, you cast it first, and then Balgroth, and then I'll cast it.
How many charges do we have on this thing?
3.
Then how are we gonna get back once we're done?
It will either reset tomorrow, or I can cast it in a way that will get us back.
So you
Domain expansion.
so what's the max distance on that
Uh,
spell if you sprint?
it'll let us go at 120 feet per. Well, Yip Yap can actually go faster because he has the dash. So Balgroth and I can go at 120 feet per turn for 10 minutes. So that's 100. Is that right? No, hang on a second. Well, we can go at 120 a turn, and Yip Yap can go at 180 a turn. And we can do that for 10 minutes. So that's for the slowers, 120 times 10 times 10. So 1,200 feet. You said it was fast enough to get us there before.
It was fast enough to just get you there if you left off the
docks.
furthest bit of the beach.
Okay. Then you know what? We're gonna sneak there, guys. We're gonna sneak out.
Okay.
So do you guys wait at the hotel until curfew, or do you wait near the docks?
Let's wait near the docks and see if we can hide somewhere.
Okay. You guys wait there for a while as the day continues to go by. And then the bells at the temple start to ring, signaling the curfew for the evening. And you guys kind of stay out for as much as you can until you notice guards starting to walk up and down the streets. Can you all roll stealth for me?
Yeah. Thinking maybe we
I
hide
like
like
down.
something.
I pulled down. Is it dark enough for me to pull down my mask?
Yes, it is. You can be invisible.
How does that
Before
add
we
to
roll-
my stealth roll?
Before we roll, can I cast Bless over us?
So, okay, to answer
Well,
Yip Yap's
that's a-
question, that you're invisible, so you get I can't remember if I worded it, you get advantage, or if you just kind of pass stealth checks by sight. I'll just say that for now you have advantage. Okay. And you're wearing heavy armor, Barbara.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you discussed this.
Oh no, we didn't get the WD-40.
So you guys.
And I also have a -2.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you guys are able to kind of hide out in a shop or in the alleyway of a shop and are able to kind of slip onto the boardwalk without any guards or the dockmaster noticing. And now you're on the dock.
We on the docks.
And I made a new map. So this map isn't like necessarily accurate to where you guys are. It's just I wanted a different thing to look at during this.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah. You get onto the docks and you see that there are some guards around here as well. The furthest end of the beach is on the near the other side of the boardwalk. That's where the water starts to recede a little bit, and it's like a small shoreline.
Well, we could try to sneak down there and then go around the outside.
Yeah.
Or just swim across like here.
Hmm. Which one do you think will probably be the path of least resistance?
I feel like going the bottom way, like if we did like like boom, bomb, pew, something like that, then we'd probably be able to avoid.
Do you think we could just like stealthily knock out the guards?
I think he's frozen.
Huh?
He's frozen.
Oh no.
Oh, did I just cut?
Oh. His image is still frozen.
There he is.
Sick internet issues.
Hello.
There you are. So I was saying that
I'm
if
confused.
I was saying if we even if we unfortunately points to his heavy armor cause a little bit of noise, do you think it might be, probably better to just find a way to knock out the guards?
No, I don't want to attack the guards. But what we could do? If we just put a big cloak around all of us, so it wasn't obvious who we were, then we could just fly away that way.
I'm invisible.
Balgroth, you and I could fly away without being seen.
If you think that'll work, okay. I don't have Misty Step yet, so not like it would actually work.
Let's see here. I just want to see what the rules of this are.
I am made for battle. I am not made for stealth yet.
Let's see. Chill, warm, clean soil.
I mean, it's
small.
dark. Are they really going to be able to see us out at sea?
Well, all right. You know what? Let's just walk down and on the left, and just go that way, and then then we'll fly from the bottom.
All right.
Okay. So you three walk down that kind of side path as you kind of avoid the light coming from the lanterns that these guards are holding. They seem brighter than normal lamps would be. Can you all roll stealth checks again? You have inspiration.
Bruh.
I have inspiration.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yip yap no te.
Can we keep that 14?
Yeah.
Whew.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll use an inspiration as well.
Yip Yap No Tail, Avenger of Spilkiraga, Stibber of Stabs, Stealer of Gold, Drinker of Booze, Drowner of Werewolves, Killer of Rats, Checker of Vibes, Winner of Talus, Winner of Tallies, Friend of Gary, Master of Stealth.
Okay.
Talker of lots.
So Balgroth and Yip Yap are able to kind of sneak around to the sandy shore area that kind of crosses by the docks. Isaiah is able to go that way too, but you kind of trip over like a semi-sunken rock, and you don't fall, but some of the items on you just hit each other a bit too loudly, and a guard near the edge of the dock turns his light towards your direction. And you're not in the light, but it's more in your direction now. And can you roll another stealth check?
For all of us or just for Isaiah?
Just for him.
Do you mind if I give him my inspiration?
Hold up. I have a solution.
Wait, who's in trouble?
Isaiah.
Yip Yap will cast Enhance Ability on your dex.
Oh, he cast his spell.
Oh, never mind.
Invisibility.
Okay. Do a stealth with advantage.
For some reason, that GIF is sending me.
All right. So you manage to stay just beyond its light and out of the way where the guard kind of passes over. He doesn't see you, and he turns around and goes back to where he was.
Must have been the wind. All right. I'm going to continue forward, and I'm going to tap. Can I see Yip Yap?
Yip Yap, are you doing anything to make yourself seen, or are you just walking around invisible?
I mean, you could see my footprints in the sand, probably.
I'm going to say, Yip Yap, use this wand and cast a fly on yourself, and then give it to Balgroth.
Oh, okay. They put the wrong end to me. It's not working.
It doesn't have a right. Just think it really hard.
You're not at the farthest point of the beach yet.
Okay, where do we need? Yeah, well, where do we need to go?
You need to pass under some of the docks. And as you do that, like I said, the map is kind of just for visual effect. It's not your actual surroundings.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all over the place.
We go there.
You're able to stay out of the way, but as you pass by some of the taller docks, in the shadows underneath them, you see a lot of movement. You can't tell exactly what's happening under there. You could go investigate it, but it would risk you being seen by one of the guards near the edge.
No.
I mean, we could swim the last little bit.
No.
You can't swim?
No.
And I have heavy armor.
Yeah.
I'll do everything myself. Wait, Balgroth, I don't need to cast fly on you. I can drag you through the water.
Don't you dare.
Balgroth, or Yip Yap, hold on to Balgroth.
I'm going to kill you.
Grab onto him.
You're still not at the farthest point of the beach.
I know, but then I can just cast it on myself twice and drag them telekinetically.
I wanted to fly.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay, no, listen. Is there a piece of driftwood anywhere?
Not one that would, I'm assuming, do what you would want it to do.
Right. Is it enough to make him think it would work, even though it definitely wouldn't?
Can Yip Yap investigate?
Yeah. So, roll an investigation, and because you have your mask on, you can roll stealth with advantage to see if you don't get seen.
I'll be right back. I have to get something.
Why does Yip Yap have all the good rolls? He's had this for the past
Alright,
2
what do I get?
weeks.
Wait till combat starts.
Tell me what I got, boss.
Yeah, we haven't fought in weeks. That's why I've been so weak.
I'm sorry, this isn't a fight-heavy era.
I'm like
Era.
Ares. I crave violence.
We're in our investigatory era.
You know, it could be a fight
Damn.
every area if you were willing to change your alignment, Balgroth.
Damn.
So what am
Damn,
I
I crave
trying?
violence.
So, um, as you kind of get closer to see what's happening, your eyes adjust to the darkness, and you see that it is a group of Vezins that are sort of rolling around in a tide pool. And also, while you're walking, as you're walking, your foot kicks against something that doesn't quite feel like a rock. And when you look down, you see that it is a nautilus, a fossilized nautilus shell looking thing. And sort of pasted to it or held down by it is a folded piece of paper that kind of looks familiar to you, but you can't tell where you've seen it from.
Oh, what's
It
this?
was a rock monster.
It's really dirty.
I
Bring us the
prestidigitate
shell.
I prestidigitate the dirt away.
It is. How good is Yip Yap's memory?
I have a perfect memory. He wants to bring it over.
Should I roll a history check?
You can roll a history check. You can also, now that you know it's Vezins, you can relate that back to the others, and then
Yeah. Yip Yap will cast message and whisper the information to them.
Yip Yap, bring over the shell and the letter then.
I did not tell you about the shell in the letter.
You just said you were going to communicate it to us.
Communicate the Vezins. Context, my lad.
Well, you didn't give any context.
Am I
All
still
right.
under the
So,
effects of the monocle? How long does the monocle effect last?
It's 10 minutes. You can see that there is writing on the back of it.
Can I read it?
Sure.
Yes. Okay, so you wanted a history check. I have no clue. What does the letter say?
The past doesn't exist. Ooh.
So as you read the first bit of it, you says, "I took your advice, Mr. Isaiah."
Advice, Mr. Z. Well, that's weird. I just suddenly came into consciousness. I remember nothing that happened before.
Yeah.
That's all that it says?
Well, there's more stuff. I'm
I'm going
trying
to go
to
after Yip
relate
Yap.
that I want Isaiah to read it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go after Yip Yap to see what he is doing with
Oh,
these
that's a
Vezins.
personal thing. Yip Yap wanders back and bumps into your invisible form. Oh, a letter for you. From the Nautilus.
The Nautilus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently you met a Nautilus. I don't know how I know that word, but
Where is it? Is the Nautilus? Are you holding it?
it's right. So I'm guessing you can
Nautilus.
see outside my invisible form the note that I'm trying to
The
jam
Nautilus.
into you. You want the Nautilus?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yip Yip goes back and brings back the Nautilus shell.
How big is this Nautilus shell?
It's like the size of your hands.
Oh, Nautiluses are small?
Yeah, they can be small.
Okay. I'm still keeping it. But I'm going to take a look at the letter. I took your advice, Mr. Isaiah.
So when you first grab it, you can tell that it's also familiar. It looks really faded though. And I hope that I'm remembering this right because I didn't go back and check. But when you were at the Crossroads Inn, and you were talking with the kids before you left.
Yep.
You gave Johnny like a pamphlet or something.
That sounds about right. Let's see if I.
This is one of the
He said he
kids.
wanted to be like me at one point. Interesting.
Where's it from?
So you recognize it as that, and you see the writing on the back of it, kind of scribbled on. It says, "I took your advice, Mr. Isaiah. I want to be magic like you. I want to be someone and do something really important, so people make stories about me. I'm going to take care of Eddie and Mary while we look for adventures. And I'm really hoping we meet again so you can see my progress. We're going somewhere really, really cool. Maybe you'll find it too. Your friend, Johnny Wades."
Oh. Uzziah looks at this with a semblance of pride and wonders how exactly the note came to find him. Can I examine this shell?
It's just a nautilus shell fossilized. There's nothing particularly special.
Nothing like magic. All right.
Yeah.
I think I'll still. It still might be worthwhile. All right. Well, let's make our. And you say it's the size of my hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yip Yap.
Yeah.
I want you to hold on to Balgroth. All right?
I'm going to kill you.
Just hold
But I
on
believe I can fly.
Can you fly?
With the help of the magic, yeah.
Hang on, let me see that wand.
Oh.
I take the wand. All right, now grab onto Balgroth.
Why?
Just grab onto him.
But why?
What are you trying to do now?
He wants
You know
to be
exactly
late.
what I'm trying to do. I am cutting down on our cost of travel.
You could relay that.
I need you to hold on to Balgroth so I can drag you both in the air.
But I wanted to fly.
You're going to fly.
No,
I'm
I
going to
want
kill
to fly. I don't want to be
Grab
carried.
Balgroth or I'm leaving you here.
I'm going to kill you.
No, Balgroth, I have an idea.
I'm going to kill
I
you.
have it. Is he holding him? Are you holding Balgroth?
Yes.
I'm going to cast fly with the first charge and fly up.
Okay.
And I want to get high enough up that he leaves the ground.
So you go up 50 feet, and then Balgroth, you start to get like pulled upward as if there's like a string in your chest. And Isaiah, you don't feel any weight to this. But Balgroth feels like you're hanging by a thread.
All right. And once I see him having left the ground, I'm going to make a beeline for the island and I will recast as needed.
Can you roll a stealth with disadvantage to go up?
Yes.
I mean, he is still invisible, right?
No, I have to
Yeah.
drop it to use the spell.
Well, yeah, he's invisible. Also, Balgroth made noise.
Oh.
It's not terrible.
Okay. So, yes, you're able to leave the docks and shoreline with Balgroth hanging down from his lifeline in the tooth. And Yip Yap hopefully holding on to him.
Do you feel
As
safe
you-
down there, Balgroth?
I am going to kill you.
You don't feel any sort of yanking at the soul, do you? So something might snap?
I am going to kill you. Slowly and painfully.
You know, does this mean we can never go very far from each other?
That means I know where you live. I know where you always sleep. You will never be rid of me.
So you get to the islands.
I hope I never drop this tooth down a cliff or anything. That could be
I will
terrible.
eat you for the rest of your
And
day.
as you approach the islands, it's like You leave past the coast of the kingdom, and it is just water at the horizon for a very long time until you come upon this island and you see Seth's boat before you see him, and it's sort of sitting anchored a little bit away from the island shore. And you're able to land at just the shores, the shallows of the shore. So you get your feet wet.
Oh, sorry, Balgroth.
Balrog is literally face planted into the onto the shore with the waves crashing over him.
I like daintily. Oh, Balgroth, yip yap, how are you doing?
The wave pulls back, and you
It's
see
fly,
just
yip
the
yap.
angry eyes of Balgroth
Oh, good,
blazing.
you're all right. And you know what? More important than that, we learned something.
So you see Seth holding up a lantern, walking towards you. I was beginning to worry you wouldn't appear, but welcome to Mel Isle. And he
Yip-Yap
sort of,
lifts up his thing so that he does appear.
what?
He
Sorry.
lifts up his invisible cloak.
Okay.
So now he appears. It's a
Ooh.
joke. It's a play on words. That's where the humor comes in.
Um, and Seth kind of gestures with his lantern to show you sort of just how small this island is. It really doesn't appear bigger than the throne room in the castle. And on the island, along with you four, are three bone white trees that twist up from the pale sand, acting as the only flora that decorates this island.
Yip-Yap
And
slowly backs into the water until he births like a crocodile.
Seth, are these trees what we discussed previously?
he gestures for you to follow him to the closest tree, and
Holly?
it's the tallest and sort of broadest of the trees, and its branches seem to be reaching out like skeleton hands towards Belmare. And then Seth sighs and places the lantern in the sand. This is our curse, looming over my family's kingdom like the harbinger licks. These trees are poor souls trapped by this ancient punishment. I don't know the specifics, and frankly, I don't want to. But a part of me strongly believes that they are unable to rejoin the cycle of life, their souls tethered and bodies perversely transformed. He looks at the other two trees that are sort of just like not a cup, like a dozen feet away, and their branches seem to reach in the opposite direction of the kingdom, towards the horizon of the ocean. And I may not know who those trees are, but I feel remorse and respect for them all the same.
Do you know who this one is?
He sits at the base of the tree and reaches his hand out to press it against the smooth bark
Is it the dad?
as you see tears kind of reflect from the lantern's light. I hate him, Jacoby. I hate what he did to my family, what he did to our father.
What did Jacoby do?
What did he do?
Jacoby hired the pirates. He was their captain for this. He paid them to kidnap our father when they went out fishing one evening. He paid off the dockmaster to make the documentation disappear. And he dragged Valen into this web with promises of being the captain of the city guard. And his voice starts to waver as he becomes furious and kind of just looks down in the sand. He ruined the last years of our grandfather's life. Couldn't even find the mercy to kill him. He had to make the kingdom hate our father so that they would look to him like some kind of messiah.
Hmm.
Balgroth looks at the symbol of the Trilurian to see if it's glowing, basically just to check and see if this all this is true.
It is.
Seth, you told me that those who become collies committed some sort of treason, but it sounds like your father didn't.
No, Coleys come from those killed in remorseful ways.
Oh.
Betrayal.
Oh, those betrayed. Oh. Oh, betrayed in their. Okay. All right. And so this was your father.
Yes.
If I cast detect magic, does it retain any sort of magical aura?
Not really outside of magical flora you've seen. You can tell it's not completely of your realm of life, but it is still there.
Hmm.
It's
What
expansive.
type of like I use divine sense on it? What type of magic do I sense from it?
Well, it's not really something connected to one of the schools of magic. It's just magical, like
Hmm.
earthly magic.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now, Seth, we spoke with the jester before we came here. That's what part of our delay. We also waited till nightfall. He seemed to distrust Jacoby. Does he know about this?
If the jester knows, he hasn't told me or tried to tell me.
Do you know why Jacoby would do this? Was it mere hubris and power hungriness? Is there another actor?
I think he wants war really badly for some reason. He wants to antagonize Byanes and all the ocean.
Hence why he requested the nets.
Nets? Those nets. You brought those?
We didn't necessarily know what they were for. We thought they were normal, but yes.
Yeah, we thought it was for hunting like big fishy boys.
In a way, it was.
So Jacoby is the one to blame.
Yes.
Hmm.
And now that I have confessed the sins of my family, I'm not going back to that kingdom. I don't think I can. If Jacoby finds out somehow, and he has some ways of finding out, he will just kill me too.
What if we protected you and helped put a stop to Jacoby?
What if we ended Jacoby?
I still wouldn't want to go back to that kingdom. I want to go somewhere else. I'm the youngest. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I just want to leave.
Who will rule?
I don't really care. Anyone would be better than Jacoby.
Well, that's how you feel, and that's all right. Um, we
Hmm.
mentioned we'd come here because we were tracking someone. Have you, outside of obviously Jacoby and what 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 Valen has done, have you noticed anyone else that who has been a negative influence?
I know that Jacoby gets help from someone. He's getting these tips on where the fish folk gather and hunt. And someone is able to keep all of this under wraps from just the normal citizens.
Hmm.
I don't know who. I know that it might have something to do with some servants going missing.
Hmm.
Wasn't Jacoby the one who told us that there was a traitor among them?
No, we knew that. How did we know that? We did tell him we were looking for a traitor among them, so in retrospect, that wasn't ideal. But no, we knew because I think we talked with Para. No, not Para. We were looking for Para.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go way, way back. Isaiah has a perfect memory. Dale, even if he had a perfect memory that went back 30 days, it's been more than that. Let's see.
Roll a history check.
Yeah, right. Skin Golem. Whoops. We'll skip that part. Uh, okay, so we used a sending stone to talk to, I guess, Noid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and she said to give her any leads. Spell makes it hard to be in the same place. Para or some lackey has infiltrated the royal family and is trying to cause war with Nithil.
Mm-hmm. So we
I
got
may
it
have
from.
mistyped or something because I think it should have been, uh, or well,
So we got it from the Good Witch. Okay.
is Nithil different than that's different than Van, right?
That is the name of the species, not the place.
Okay, which
It's the species.
like Nithil is a species?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
then, okay, gotcha. I see. That makes sense. Well, then it appears that an interrogation of Jacoby may be in order. Um, Seth, should we set these trees on fire?
no. God, no.
Okay. Um, what would be the consequence of that?
They feel pain.
Fossil, who you realize is with you instead of Yip Yap, makes an audible gulp.
Well, very well. But would it not be good to put them out of their misery?
Fossil completely lays flat, kind of like he's in shame. Does the thing dogs do where they cover their muzzle.
It would feel like desecrating graves. I couldn't bear to see
I
it.
mean, um, not only could I've done it. No,
What a blast from the past, huh?
oh well. Well, is there anything else I should know or we should know before we go up against Jacoby?
He's a sick son of a bitch. There's no telling what he would do to you. Now that you know what he's actually doing.
Would he know we know?
Depends on if you're able to keep quiet about what you know, while also trying to kidnap him or whatever you plan to do.
I plan to just walk up and kill him.
No. We need to interrogate him first, and we can't just kill him.
What? Bring him to the edge of his life, and then I'll confess.
Oh my goodness.
That's
It's
no logic.
it's worked before. I mean, nothing gets a guy talking than him being on the edge of his life and the edge of my blade.
we'll discuss this later. Seth, do you know why there's a curfew right now?
Oh, that's because of the escaped prisoner. I don't really keep up with that.
Was that prisoner truly a dangerous person, or
I know it was a fish folk. I don't know if it was someone mistaken for an attacker or a spy of some kind, a provoker sent from the kingdom.
well, we will do what we can to put things right, and I hope you find a wonderful life wherever you go.
You three can take my boat back to the docks.
What will you do?
I'll find something. I want to stay here for a while.
This is like a deserted island, right? He's just like,
Yes.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. He's gonna Minecraft
Like
it.
Ixnay, his lifey K. Does he seem
Check his vibes, roll insight. If you really want to know.
vibe check right here?
He's not depressed. He's having like a thoughtful, sad moment, but he's not depressed.
Okay, no suicide where he'll kill himself. Then then thank you. I suppose we'll take your boat back and have to explain that to somebody. But would you like to just take us back, then turn around?
No.
All right. Well, let's set sail, gentlemen.
Alrighty then. You drag me again, I hurt you.
Okay. So that's where we'll end the session. And I hope you guys had a good time. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye.
Yeah.